Hey, what's up, guys? Low key, today and yesterday were pretty ass, so I thought I'd come home today and make a video because sometimes it kind of helps just being able to talk. Today I just kind of wanted to get my thoughts out on how I'm meaning to like be more intentional with my words. So pretty much, I've just noticed that like I have like a pretty bad habit sometimes of being dramatic in conversations or like arguments or like heated discussions, and I feel like sometimes it can be like it can come across as me being insincere when I'm not. So I just going forward, like I want to be more direct and just like not be so dramatic when I'm in those kinds of discussions. I think a lot of it stems from the fact that like when I'm in a heated discussion or like an argument or just like in a position where I have strong emotions, I kind of tend to want the other person to also feel those emotions. You know what I mean? Like I want them to feel how I'm feeling, however that is. So like sometimes I'll end up being really dramatic, or I'll try to use like strong like words or examples to convey those feelings, and I would hope that like the other person would get that that's how I'm feeling as well. You know what I mean? But like I don't know. I've just been thinking about like certain examples recently, and it's just like I kind of don't want to do that because I can totally see how it seems like I'm being insincere. You know what I mean? Like I'm being dramatic, and I'm only doing that to get a reaction of someone, which isn't really what I try to do. So that's something that I definitely want to work on. And I don't know. I kind of hate that that's how it can come across, or like that's what people think that I'm trying to convey. Um, because like I've always said that like I think the way that I write, and by the way, like most of the times when I think of like examples, it's been through text or like writing or something, not so much like verbally. But anyways, I say that because my point being that I tend to pride myself on how good my writing is, and I like to think that I'm good with my words. You know what I mean? So I don't want that to be taken like the wrong way, and I'm not good with my word. Like my words do more harm than good. Does that make sense? I think it does. So I think like my goal going forward is to just try to be more like straightforward, blunt with maybe not blunt, but just more direct with my words. And I mean, try not to use like examples or comparisons or like dramatic things, or like be dramatic in my sentences when I have those kinds of discussions. Um, it's just like I don't know. It's always how I've kind of like conveyed my feelings and how I've like learned to talk. But I think that going forward, just being like straightforward and being and saying how I feel, like flat out and stuff like that, would probably be a lot better. Um, so yeah, that's just something that I've been wanting to work on. Honestly, I think this also just goes hand in hand with the fact that like I I always no, not I always. I think like I want to continue to be a really good writer, like in all senses, like school, outside of school. I just want my words to have an impact, and I specifically say writing because, as you can tell, probably from my videos, that I'm not really that great at speaking. But I feel like when I can put my words on paper or text or whatever, like when I can put my words into writing, I like it's kind of corny, but I feel like my words can be powerful. You know what I mean? Like I like to feel like my words have an impact, and going forward, I don't want like anything I say to be taken as like insincere, or like I'm not being real. I don't know, maybe I'm just looking too deep into it, but that's how I feel. And going forward, I definitely want to try to be just more straightforward and just not come across like um what is the word? Not possibly come across as like being insincere. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks.